y'all, welcome back to another episode of Sip and Review. Today I will be continuing my popcorn review. So we were talking about The Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix. So I covered episode 1 and 2, and now I'm going to cover a few more episodes. So now we're on episode 3. So episode 3 began with Miles. He passed out on the floor, and his skin was snow white, like he's seen a ghost, which he did. He saw the same ghost as his teacher did. So the ghost that they keep seeing in the window is their uncle's assistant, Peter. So Rebecca Giselle in the movie, she watches the kids, okay, because she is their teacher as well, guys. You remember what I said, that she's their previous teacher before the current one that they have now. So now Rebecca been watching the kids, like her spirit, her ghost has been watching the kids. So I'm like, what is she up to? Why is she consistently watching over the kids like that? So you know, Peter, he stole the uncle's money out of his bank account. He stole $200K from him. Apparently Peter claims to be the lawyer, and him and the lawyer, they were both in the scam together. So that's him and Rebecca Giselle, which is his girlfriend, and they were both in the scam together. So that's what they think. Now the little boy Miles is the same kid. If you remember watching Penny Dreadful, now he looks just like the kid from Penny Dreadful. Huh. Now did y'all notice that it's the same house from the Legacies as well that comes on the CW? Now, so they're not actually filming in London, and Rebecca is haunting Flora. So Flora probably killed her over Peter, I'm assuming. So Flora thought that Peter really liked her. Why would he like you when you're just a kid? This is what I thought. Moving on to episode 4. Now, the man that she keeps seeing in the mirror is her fiance. If you guys got to episode 4, you would know that. She keeps seeing the man in what headlights as his eyes. Now, the man that she's in, which is her fiance, they were both high school sweethearts. Danielle, which is Danny, she was in love with him since they were childhood friends. Now, why do you think he keeps on haunting her? Now, Danny, the teacher, is really a lesbian, so she's not really into men like that. She's always known that she's been that way, even when she was dating him. Now, Danny told her fiance that she didn't want to marry him. This is when he got upset. Now, this is leading up to how he died. Now, he got upset. He got out of the car because he was upset, and this is when he got hit by a truck. And the reason why his eyes appear to her as headlights is because her fiance, I'm sorry, he saw headlights when he got hit by the truck, which killed him. Now, episode 5. This is where it starts to get really, really good. On episode 5, guys. So we've covered episode 3, 4, and now I'm moving on to episode 5. Now, the chef wants Hannah to go back to Paris with him. Now, you know Hannah, she couldn't stand Peter thieving ass. This is the one that stole the 200K. Plus, he stole the jewelry. Now, he was always up to no good. Hannah was always on to him because she honestly just didn't trust him, and I don't blame her. Now, she was always lurking around every corner, police in the house, and she had his every move covered. Now, Peter went back to take the necklace that Hannah told him to put back, but when he did, Rebecca, who's now a ghost, grabbed Peter by his neck and dragged him down the hallway. Yes, Rebecca. She dragged him, and I was hollering at the TV. I was like, what? I did not expect that to happen. Why am I sitting up here cheering the ghost on? I thought to myself, but he needed to be dragged because there's one thing that I don't like, and that's a thief. So, he needed to get his issue, and that's what happened to him. And I thought that Ratchet had me on my toes, but this one, y'all, if y'all have not watched this, you have to go and watch this all the way to the end. So, this show is fire. It is so good, okay? Now, let's continue. Now, he came back as if nothing happened. It took him a few minutes to realize that he was dead. So, when she snatched him up, she killed him. He didn't even know he was dead. Like, he was looking at himself being dragged by her, okay? Now, she walked out of the room still dragging him, and he just stood there and watched as she dragged him down the stairs right to the lake where the other bodies were. So it's something about this lake, y'all. It's really something about this lake. So, let's get to episode 6. Now the uncle, Henry, he poured his other self a glass of scotch now. Notice I said his other self a glass of scotch, so there were 2 Uncle Henrys. So, apparently, it made it seem like the uncle was dead too. And Danny, dear, please stay away from anything that involves the kitchen. You can't make coffee nor tea. Every time you hand someone a cup of coffee or tea, they spit it right up because it's horrible. And the daughter, Flora, she walked in on her Uncle Henry screwing her mom. So, this is what we get into what really happened now. What became of her mom cheating on her dad with her uncle. So this is why I say you guys have to go and watch this, because they do have some scandal in this as well as a little bit of horror. So it's very good, and it also has a mystery. And you know, who doesn't like all of those things in the good series? So your dirty behind was sleeping with your brother's wife. Okay? Henry. No good tell. So, at this point I was like, I bet you one of those kids has to be actually for Henry, the one that he's pretending to be his niece and nephew. I think one of those kids are actually for Henry. So, we shall find out. Now, so, the 200K that Peter stole is actually for Miles' nephew. Yes, it's for Miles. Those kids are wealthy. Their parents left them money. So, it is not your money. Money is not for Peter, nor is the money for Henry. It's for those kids. So why Henry doesn't want anyone to know that his brother Dominic is dead. So Henry is pretending. They show the scene where Henry was pretending that he didn't want nobody to know that his brother was dead. Now he's doing it so he can just keep getting the money, because you know, if you watch the episode, you will see that Henry, in his mind, he's still working at the office, pretending like his brother is away on vacation. He and his wife. So at Flora's birthday party, the dad did get suspicious, and just as I suspected, Flora is actually his brother's daughter. So Henry is not their uncle. He is Flora's dad. Now, the son, however, is not for Henry. Okay? So Flora was conceived while her husband was away in Russia. So, you know, he started putting two and two together because he saw how Henry bought her that nice big old house, dollhouse, sorry, playhouse for her and her dolls, and he also knows how they will react around one another, because you can read a person's body language and tell something is going on. So you lied and told him that Flora was born early, because you know, all he had to do the calculation, do the math, and he could tell when he was in Russia and when he was home. So you lied and said she was born early, to come to find out she was actually full term. So wifey ain't no good. She's just as scandalous as his brother. So now Danny and Jamie, who's the gardener, they finally got it on, because you know they both are lesbians. So now she's finally living in her truth. So meanwhile, Henry got kicked out of the business, the office, because that's when his brother found out that his daughter is actually for his brother. So he got mad at him out, because Dominic is running everything. Dominic owns the business. Dominic is the one with all the money. You know, so I'm glad Dominic canceled his ass. So Charlotte didn't tell Henry that Flora was his daughter. So Henry finally found out that Flora was actually his daughter. So he was shook for a minute. I don't know why you're so surprised, because you two were getting it on while the man was out of town. So there is a possibility. So the kids' parents actually died in India. So this is what happened after all of this. And guys, I will see you for the next few episodes, and I will tell you guys what happened on other episodes. We will discuss it. So you guys should be able to watch episodes 7, 8, and 9, because my next commentary will be on episodes 7, 8, and 9. And thank you for watching, guys. And don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a video, hit that thumbs up to like this video, and I will see you guys on the next popcorn review. Bye now.